Okay, so here we have my 1984 Yamaha RZ350. As you can see, it's been somewhat modified. However, I'm also selling with it all of the parts, or most of the parts, that you need to turn it back to original, if indeed that's what you want. I'll just explain what I've done to it first, and then I'll give you a sound, let it run, and you can have a hear. So basically it was a ground up rebuild 4 or 5 years ago. Pretty much every seal, bearing, component was changed. All of the fasteners were changed to stainless steel where it's possible. It's got the aftermarket parts. It's Terrazzo, I think you pronounce it. I'll just zoom into the front there. Terrazzi fork brace. It's got a Terrazzi rear sets. It also has Terrazzi adjustable clip-ons. You can adjust them for height as well as for angle. It's got a Kozo digital speedo, which looks kind of sexy when it fires up. I'm not sure if you can see the colours and the like. And so it gives you the normal functions of speed, and also gives you water temperature and things like that. JL exhaust, which has been polished, but it's in stainless steel, so it comes out really, really nice. Pretty much everything, as I say, has been replaced. So from the front, the wheel bearings were replaced. It's got new discs on, fork seals. The fork stanchions themselves were replaced with stanchions off, I think it's called an F2, which is the fairinged RZ. The original 84 RZ had a scalloped top, which meant you couldn't put clip-ons on. So these stanchions are brand new off I think it's called an F2 or F1 RZ. Doesn't make any difference to the bike. You can put full fairing on, you can put normal clip-ons on, normal handlebars, or you can leave it with clip-ons. New fairing, top fairing is new. The steering damper is obviously aftermarket. It's got a much bigger radiator than normal. It's replaced the hoses with silicone hoses. Has a carbon fiber water pump, oil pump cover. The casing of the engine was hydroblasted. The swing arm bushes were replaced and new. Rear disc is new. Rear wheel bearings new. Rear chain sprocket and chain were new. Obviously the seat is not original, that's aftermarket. I think on the other side we've got so the normal plastic casing was replaced with a billet aluminium. It's got a quick shifter, which I don't actually use, but it's there if it does work, and so if you want to use it as a stainless steel chain guide. Yeah, that's it's pretty much, as you see, it's very, very clean, and as I say, all the parts that you need to turn it back to original, if indeed that's what you want. Some things you can't see, it's got a Zealtech YPVS controller and also a Zealtech ignition controller, and I'll include with it the Zealtech controller, which you can use either a handheld or you can plug it into your computer to change the ignition timing or the YPVS timing. So there you go. I'll fire it up now. It has been started today because it hadn't been started for such a long time that I did start it prior to this video. Still cold, and still a little bit smoky because it's been standing for so long. You get the idea? And the other sort of trick feature it has, which I kind of like, doesn't appeal to everybody, with the lights off. Obviously the lights are off, nothing functions, but then when you turn the lights on, the indicators turn into running lights, so you end up with running lights, red running lights at the back and white running lights at the front. But then when you turn them onto indicators, they've got the flowing style indicators that you see on some modern cars nowadays, which I think is kind of sexy. And then of course when you turn the indicators off, they just revert back to running lights again. I think it's kind of cool. But if you don't like that, as I say, the original indicators are in the pack. You can convert it back to original without too much trouble. It does have one fault. The YPVS, it's only just started doing this, but the YPVS seals I think have gone. It's blowing from the seals. When it's cold in particular, you see some smoke coming out the front of the engine where the YPVS seals are, which is just above the exhaust underneath the cylinder head. So I've got them on order. I just haven't changed them yet. I'll include them in the sale for anybody that wants them. Okay, that's it. Any questions, let me know.